All right, moving on, the British news broadcaster BBC is now under IT scanner just days after its controversial documentary on Prime Minister Modi triggered furore across the nation. Confirming the IT survey at its offices, the broadcaster had stated that income tax authorities are currently at the BBC offices in New Delhi and Mumbai. At this point of time, my colleague Dharani joins us on the broadcast to bring us more updates. Dharani, I've been told that you are going to bring us some voices of the students, rather, who are with you. Take us through the developments, the reactions that you're gathering at this point of time.
Well, we have learned that the IT surveys have been going on, since today afternoon in Mumbai and Delhi offices of the BBC. But as far as Chennai is concerned, we are given to understand that no such IT survey is going on in Chennai. In fact, there is a BBC regional office operating, from Chennai, and we have, spoken to some employees from that office, and they confirmed to us that no IT survey has been going on in their regional office here. But however, Chennai, as a city is concerned, we have come across a lot of, BBC documentary screenings. In fact, around the end of January, we saw how some students from the DYFI and the SFI and also some other college students, they were screening this controversial BBC documentary in their respective college premise. And of course, apart from that, several political parties which includes the DMK's ally Vidudalai Sirthigal Katchi, they also had screened this documentary. So of course, this matter, it has a lot of significance, politically and also generally in Tamil Nadu. So right now I'm being joined by a few students from the famous Loyola College in Chennai to share their opinions about this IT survey. We are given to understand that since today afternoon, the BBC offices in Mumbai and Delhi are being surveyed by the Income Tax Department. So as a student, of course, you would have come across this BBC documentary controversy. So do you think it's anyway related to this documentary controversy, the current IT survey that's going on in their office?
The ID rates currently going is just a dirty game played by the union government, and it's a reactionary politics that's been happening in Delhi, Mumbai, and these areas in the BBC office. It's a reactionary politics which uses bureaucrats as a weapon by the union government to stop people's voice, to not voice over against the government. And the main aim of this government is from the starting of the time. It's going to be 9 years, I think. It's going to be 9 years from they came to power. So they are using the bureaucrats as a weapon to crush the constitution, mainly the fundamental rights, the freedom of speech. Yeah, that's what they are doing.
That's your opinion. So what do you think about this IT survey? So do you think that the government is trying to put some pressure on BBC after this documentary came out?
So when the documentary was released, they have mentioned that there is a direct connection between the riot and Modi. So when Modi was in Gujarat, they told that the whole circumstance have happened only because of Modi, and it is a religion politics. So create an Hindutva. It is a seed for Hindutva. All those things, and they have mentioned that thing that Muslims are the terrorists of India, and the community and the religion Muslims is known to be a icon of terrorism. So it is easily known that they are also very pious on creating Hindutva nation and eradicating other religions and community, and they want to create one nation, one country like that. And also it is very basically known that they want to stop the action of BBC. First of all, I would like to appreciate the work of BBC, what they have did, and whenever we see the activities of the central government, when a voice is echoed in any corner of the India, what they do, they suddenly insist the income tax department or any bureaucrats to make a raid and to accuse that person in the name of corruption and all those things, and to just shut up their mouth. Okay.
So basically, this student, he is appreciating the BBC for the documentary, for the work they've done in the documentary, and he is feeling that the union government is using independent agencies like ED and income tax to put pressure on opposition voices. That is what he's telling. So we'll move on to this person. So what is your first reaction to this IT survey that's being conducted in the BBC offices in Mumbai and Delhi?
See, actually, as he said, it's not the first time. Since they came into power, till 9 years, they're using the IT wing as an weapon to attack those people. Likewise, when you are getting into a marginalized, when you're watching out for a marginalized, they are putting upon pressure into IT, and we are making them to they are cornering them. See, actually, as he said, it's a biggest task of BBC to stand against fascist government. The biggest enemy of democracy is curbing freedom of speech. So the freedom of speech is not an easy thing. So as he said, BBC's workers, hats off to him, hats off to them. So it's not an easy thing. So standing against them. So that's it. It's totally a biggest enemy to the democratic country. So it's nothing but a curbing of freedom of expression.
So he feels that this income tax survey and the whole scenario is like suppressing the freedom of expression. So do you think the same way? What is your opinion as a student?
It is a revenge against BBC. I think it is they are taking a revenge. They are doing a politics in that they are taking revenge because of the screening of the BBC. It is not the first time, as all said. Whoever asks the questions, they will suppress them in different ways. IT raid is one of the weapon in that. They are using the bureaucracy and the bureaucrats as a weapon to suppress people who are asking questions against the government and against the democracy.
All right. So basically, these students seem to have an opinion that this raid is motivated, this survey is motivated. So they are telling that the BBC has done a commendable job as far as this documentary is concerned. But instead of the government defending themselves in a diplomatic way, they are using these independent agencies like income tax to put pressure on BBC. That is what they are feeling. So of course, these are some of the voices that we are able to get out of Chennai. So we'll have to wait and see how this matter is going to pan out in the upcoming hours.
All right, Dharini, thank you for bringing us those voices. Amid the controversy going on, the BBC documentary and the IT searches, the survey rather that is going on in Mumbai and New Delhi. Thank you, Dharini, for joining with us.